Right, if I had to start from scratch, no clients, no team, just me, my laptop, and a fresh SMMA, then here are 5 things that I'd do differently to speed up the journey. And here we go, my business partner, Elias.
Yo.
And me and him have grown the agency from day one. You could see him in the OG vlogs. We've been documenting for the last 2 years. Just go watch those old videos. So we've ran the agency together since the day one. And we're going to be telling you 5 things that we do differently, which would speed the journey up. Guys, stay to the end because we're going to be giving a bonus point, which completely changed the game for us. All right, guys. So point number 1 is to just go straight into high ticket. Now, me and Elias wasted so much time outreaching to restaurants, which is the niche that we started with, charging £200 a month for services that took a lot of time, such as social media management and ads, and we even made like booking systems for restaurants, and we were charging very low pricing, which isn't really necessary for the amount of work we were putting in and the value we were providing. We could have easily charged high ticket and made double the money that we made, but because of reasons such as low confidence or a bad perception of money, we just dove into low ticket, right?
I think it's because when you start out, right, since your financial situation, well, at least for us, we were on complete zero, you know? We had no handouts, nothing like that, completely zero. So any money to us was a win. Anything. £100? Wow. £200? Yeah. Wow. Per month? Even better. So we had to shift the mindset. That's the first thing. Like, your mindset plays such a big role. You know, there's people out there that look at, 5K, 10K as just, little deals. Nothing crazy, just small deals, But yeah, that was the main thing. I think it was the mindset firstly. We couldn't believe that it was possible to charge that much because we hadn't seen it before. But here we are here to tell you guys that it is possible. You just have to position your product correctly, have conviction in your product, which we're going to talk about later. And once you, obviously build your sales skills, you'll be able to sell it with ease. Yeah, like if we just went for high ticket and put in the same amount of work, we would have made more money. Like, the reason why we didn't, again, because of the mindset. And like, low ticket clients usually come with low ticket client problems. Like, they expect the world for the little amount that they're paying. They're bigger headaches. So obviously higher ticket means you get better clients, like they're G's. They care because they are investing, but they're not going to be on your case every day, even after paying you £1,000, £2,000 a month. Payments are swift.
No payment delays, we had to deal with so many payment delays with low ticket clients.
Chasing small amounts of money, like, it's not worth your time. Yeah.
So guys, if you're thinking of, I want to build experience first, so I'm going to do low ticket to begin with, we're here to tell you there's no need to do that. And you can definitely just jump into high ticket. That being said, that was point number 1. Point number 2 is incorporate discovery calls into your sales process. So for us guys, when we first started, we just took our clients straight from a cold call to a sales call. So it was like speed dating for getting clients, like some Tinder swiping, We would cold call them, tell them our offer, and then meet them for a sales call the next day or the day after. This meant for us, we were jumping on low quality sales calls, and which led to the low quality client problems in the future.
Low show-up rates.
Low show-up rates, yeah, big deal. But I know a lot of you guys struggle with show-up rate. It's because you're taking people from cold call to sales call.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. Once you jump on a discovery call, both you and the prospect know a lot more about each other, have built a lot of trust with each other, and if you know that they're a good fit, then and they know that you have the ability to help them and they trust you with that, then the chances of them jumping on the sales call is closer to 100% than it is if you just take them from a call on the phone to actually getting them to join and commit to a actual sales call.
Yeah, especially even getting them to pay, like they wouldn't pay you after they just met you for 30 seconds over the phone, At least if you qualified them on the discovery call. And then here's the thing our mentor told us is build ammunition, right? On the cold call, you don't really get to hear much about their pain points or their struggles. On the discovery call, you have the freedom and the time to ask them certain questions about their business, where you can learn about what are their struggles right now. For example, how are you guys getting most of your work right now? If they tell you, we're getting it through word of mouth, then you can leverage this all on the sales call to sell them, like pinpoint their pain points. It's all about building ammo and qualifying them. So guys, discovery call is definitely a game changer. We've been seeing that a lot as well since we told our students to incorporate them. Like now they're booking real sales schools, high show up rates, and people who are ready to commit.
Yeah, let me just show you guys actually real quick. One of our students in Agency Ascension, his name is Blake, and
He joined a couple days ago, by the way.
so yeah, here are his stats for this week. There you go. So overall 142 dials in a week, which is really low, but this was his first week in. So 12 calls booked, and 4, what does that say? 4 turned into actual sales calls, and then 8 discovery calls to go. So out of those 8 discovery calls, he still got the chance to convert at least half of them to sales calls. That would mean he's booked about close to 10 meetings this week, and that's with really minimal. That's only with what, 142 calls.
That's 142 dials. Yeah, crazy.
Dials, like
you could do that in a day.
You can do that in a. That's what we used to do in a day.
Yeah.
We used to book 10 meetings in a day from calling over 100 times.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Blake is gonna up the volume. We've spoken to him. He was just super busy. This is his first week starting as well. But guys, this is what I mean. If your conversion rate is good, you don't have to call every single day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But of course, if you can, do it, because you're just gonna get to your goal quicker. So yeah, discovery calls.
That thing you told me about. There's success and then there's inputs.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly. Like there's a certain amount of inputs that you have to do to get to a certain goal. It's like, for example, if you want to be really good at passing in football, you might have to kick a ball 10,000 times. So every single time you put in an input, you're getting closer to your goal. So the more cold calls you put in, you're getting closer to your goal.
Bro, especially at his conversion rate, like 10k a month is just around the corner. Like it's very mathematical. Right now that he's got metrics for the week, he knows how much he needs to do to get to a certain place. But it's a little bit of a sidetrack, but there you can see that he is booking discovery calls, which is leading him to proper sales calls and proper clients. So with that being said, guys, we're now going to point number 3, which is be obsessed with your service. So guys, I need you to understand, it's not just about knowing your service and how it works, but it's about obsessing over your service, obsessing about the metrics and the results you're bringing your clients. Because obsession is going to lead to higher client retention. It's going to lead to more authority, because the client will be able to see that you're actually obsessed with this, and like they would want to work with you so much, and they want to listen to when you have to speak, and they'll want to stay with you because they know that your sole focus is to get them results. And we were personally not really obsessed with it, right? We were just we knew the service, but it's more of a thing where we weren't obsessing over it. And it's until we started obsessing about what we're doing that real results came through. So I guess to be obsessed over it, you just have to be more involved. Bam, little ad, guys. Make sure you drop a like and drop a comment, any questions you guys have, as we are also cooking up a Q&A video. So drop a comment on this YouTube video.
Like it.
Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But we're cooking up a little Q&A, so drop a comment as well. It'd be much appreciated if you guys do that.
Let's just boost the video to as many people as possible. So you have to sit down and really analyze. Obsession means going beyond what's necessary, going beyond the average, going beyond the norm, right? So if that means deep analysis into what actually gets your clients more customers, what tweaks you could make to increase the quality of customers you're getting your clients. All of these things, like I would say studying as well, studying really deep into your service, just educating yourself as much as you can, being as educated on your service, because then when you do speak to your clients, you understand the true benefits of what you're providing. So any questions they have, you've got it. You can go to any detail and you're passionate about it. And that's what people love. Through that tone, through that conviction that you have by being obsessed with your service, people trust you. People say, look, this guy knows what he's doing. And from the people that we've hired, that is exactly what we saw. Obsession with the service, such attention to small detail. That is a big one that I would say. Attention to small detail, because that's when you're like, yeah, this guy really knows what he's talking about. I really trust him because he's dedicated so much time to getting to know this service. And that just makes you 100% more attractive as a as a partnership to work with them.
Then the perfect example of that is one of our mentors, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but he doesn't even have like a personal brand or anything, right? He just reached out to us. We had a couple of genuine conversations, and you could just tell through the detail he brought to the conversation that he was obsessed with what he does. And we ended up, paying him to mentor us. And this guy, nobody knows him. Nobody watching this video knows him. No personal brand whatsoever. You could just tell he knew what he was talking about.
Nah, I mean, first of all, he said he worked with one of the top guys himself, which every one of you knows. But what stood out to us was how deep he went into everything, and it wasn't just surface level. It's not just like a matter of do this. It was like, why are you doing this? What potentially by doing this, what are the different outcomes? Just so much detail. That's what really stood out to us and was like, this guy's gone the extra mile.
Yeah, so guys, definitely build that obsession, focus on every little thing, because it's gonna help in the long run and right now, right? So that being said, guys, point number 4 is to build good relationships with every lead. Now, a lot of leads that came through to us or whatnot, maybe they didn't show up to a sales call, or maybe they might have not screwed us over, but maybe they didn't commit to their word or something. We kind of just let them die out. Maybe we weren't as professional with them. We didn't really build that relationship, which led to when we did try to reactivate leads, those were immediately blocked out. They didn't want anything to do with us. It's because we failed to build that relationship. Maybe we felt a little bit attacked, right? Like it attacked our pride a little bit. Guys, don't look at it like that, but just keep the relationship sane. Keep it good. Reach out to them, ask how they're doing, or if you have a new offer, tell them to jump on the phone about it. You want to keep them close.
So an example of this is when we networked with someone who... Let me redo that. So an example is when we networked with someone who had a Lamborghini Urus. We just went up to them, told them who we were, what we do, etc. We took his phone number, he took ours, and we got on the phone. He presented us with 2 opportunities, but we weren't really a good fit, so we just didn't force anything. But every 2.5, 3 months, he reaches out or we reach out, and we just discuss any new opportunities, how things are going, and that way in the future, if there is something that we have to sell, a new product or a new service, or we know someone who's looking to service XYZ, then it's a simple just phone call, bang, and you've got a new lead.
Keep the relationship healthy, because you could leverage them a lot in the future. That was point number 4, wasn't it?
Point number 5 is to basically build your team early on. Now, what me and Geronimo did, which kind of slowed us down, we took a while to realize that building a team actually helps you progress faster. And when we first started, we were just a 2-man team, and essentially it just led to us burning out, losing clients because of the workload that we had. Imagine outreaching, servicing clients, trying to get the great results that we wanted to get, and at the same time we still went to school.
We had to go do content shoots with every client.
It was a lot, and we weren't really getting paid enough for us to you lose motivation as well. And that's the thing, we just as every other beginner, there was issues with discipline, but again, over time this was solved, because obviously through analysis and critical analysis and
obsession
of what you're doing, we realized how to improve where obviously we were going wrong. Having a team actually allows you to relieve a lot of the stress off your shoulders, and if you have one off day, the business doesn't go down because you've got a team. So for an off day for your business, that means everyone has to have an off day, which is really unlikely if you have a team motivated with the right incentives, just a team of killers. So we realized that building a team really, really helped us progress, because there was always constant progress every single day.
Yeah, so even if it's just a virtual assistant or an appointment setter, any role that you think is reasonable to outsource now. So for example, you might have a bunch of clients that you have to deliver for, but you don't want to slow down the outreach. You can easily get someone on board to book appointments for you, right? Or if it's the other way around and you want to continue the outreach, and you want someone to take care or handle some parts of the client, then hire a media buyer, which can help you out with your clients, right? So it's very important that you guys outsource early on. As Ilyas just explained, we had to learn it the hard way. And we've actually just opened up a marketplace inside of our academy. So all of our students now have available setters, editors, media buyers, closers, commission-based cold callers. So now they can outsource early on, right? And you guys right now can also do that. If you're in a space right now where you're getting burnt out, then definitely start building a team early on, before it leads to losing clients and losing motivation. So,
and yeah, our number one tip as well when it comes to building a team is, once you've actually gone through all of the roles of the agency, then you understand each role, you understand the difficulties, you understand what needs to be done every day. So that way, when you do hire someone to actually take on that job, then you can keep them accountable, you can make sure the KPIs are being met, etc. And remember, you're the agency owner. You don't want to be, like a hamster just chasing everything, trying to get on top of everything. You're the owner. Take control, position people in the right positions, and it will just help you grow a lot faster.
Yeah, definitely. And just to touch on that, what he said, right, very important you go through the role yourself and you don't outsource too early, because you can't fake experience, right? And you can't just onboard someone who isn't aligned with your agency's goals and targets, because you don't really know what's going on. So you have to make sure you'd have gone through it to be able to guide someone on how to do it properly. So very important. And we'll just give you guys a bonus point, because why not? Is to leverage referrals, right? Leverage referrals, guys. What do you have to say about that?
Leveraging referrals, first thing that you have to do, firstly understand referrals are super, super powerful, because it's literally the easiest way to close anyone, because not only are they coming to you, but they're coming to you of someone who has had a good experience of your service. So for you to be able to get a referral, your service has to be good. That's number one. So once your service delivery is in check, second, your relationship with your client. If you have a good relationship with your client, you can get them to, out of their goodwill, because of your relationship, refer you to other people who possibly need your service. Like for us, because our service delivery is great and our communication and relationships, essentially, like even just the other day we had someone, one of our current clients sent me on Snapchat a story for someone who was who they knew was looking for a team to handle their social media, etc, etc. So that just happens regularly once you're actually, once you've proven yourself to your client that you're reliable, you're trustworthy, and you can actually do what you say you do.
Yeah, definitely. They can do it out of their goodwill. You can also encourage it through incentives, like maybe 10% of the retainer that you get from the guy that they refer you to. You can pay them 10% every month of that retainer. That's a pretty nice incentive. Client's happy, you're happy. He'll refer you to as many people as he can, because he's going to be making some money out of it as well. So definitely, guys, incorporate them early on as well. Like, you don't have to wait till you have certain amount of case studies or blah. You could just, if you see that you're getting a client good results and you guys are building a good relationship, just ask like, hey, by the way, do you know anyone else who may be interested in this service? And they will tell you, like, you're getting them good results. They won't want to see you lose. And you could encourage it, be like, if I get a deal with them, I'll give you 10% every month. And they'll be like, awesome, I'll get you some people. Definitely just incorporate that early on. All right, cool.
So everything I just said, we help you actually implement.
Yeah. With that being said, guys, everything I just said, we are teaching our students one-to-one inside of our mentorship inner circle. So they are pretty much speed running our agency journey as we are teaching them live in our one-to-one mentorship inner circle, where you get our support 24/7, all of our resources, our plug and play templates, everything that we're learning right now. You will be getting all of that value, all of that information inside of Agency Ascension, which is going to be the first link in the description. So definitely go sign up now if you want to scale to $10,000 a month this year, and you're tired of waiting around and you're tired of just sitting in bed every day looking at other people, other successful young people who actually put in the work because they were guided. So first link in the description, Agency Ascension.